I was doing the best I'd ever done, ever did. Then I started going through changes, and all of a sudden my days were not as bright. I was asking, Lord, what in the world is going on? And then I heard the song say, you're going through changes. Oh, but you say you want to change. Yeah, but in order to change, gotta go through some changes. So I started reading the Word of God, trying to feed my spirit, man. Now I know I can't do anything, y'all. It's through Jesus. Oh, yes. Though I'm going through changes, I don't have to worry. In my weakest times, your strength will be revealed. Lord, I'm glad you're mine. I'm going through changes. Oh, but I see you want to change. But in order to change, I know you're going through. Know you heard it, but you say you want to change. Understood. Gotta go through some change. So I've been praying. Do what you want to do. That's my prayer. I'm willing to follow you. Fight is over. Whatever you want to do. Lord, have your way. Have your way. I've been praying. Do what you want to do. Use my heart. I'm willing to follow you. You can use my pain. Whatever you want to do. You can even change my name. Have your way. Been praying. Do what you want to do. Somebody got drama. I'm willing to follow you. From your baby's mama, but whatever you want to do. You ought to tell him, Lord, have your way. Have your way. You wanna be better. Don't wanna be bitter, so I'm willing to follow you. Lord, whatever you want to do. I'm still saying, Lord, have your way. See, change is good, and it's working for me. Change is good, working for me now. Change is good, working for me. Oh, I'm still saying, change is good, it's working for me. Change is good, it's working.
Praise God that change is coming.
We about to turn up. Spider, me shot. We about to give him that.
Peace, love, and lights. Peace, love, and lights. Peace, love, and lights. Peace, love, and lights. We gonna bless the trap with this peace, love, and lights. We gonna bless our people with this peace, love, and lights. Yes, change your life. Open your eyes. Do it fast. Don't be surprised. What this world is going through right now is getting evil. Gotta come together so we can fly like an eagle. Killing the snakes, let go of this fake system. Love is the key, stop living your life as a victim. Been blessed with everything that we need, take action, sickle. If you want peace, put down your peace, that's how we fix it. We in the book, not leaning on our own understanding. We getting hot, can't cool us down, no need for fanning. Been getting stepped on so long, we feeling like shoe soles. But as long as I got the body, I roll with true souls. Ain't nothing sweet, no need to check your glucose. When two or more come together, we see the loophole. Time to rise and stick together like two doves. I follow Christ, if you hating, then who do you trust?
Set apart from the set apart. Cost of sin is death, you can get it a la carte. We all about shalom, we be all about our peace. We don't get down with the drama, all that got is peace.
It's all about peace and love, embrace the one above. No need to hate the one, been there since you begun. You walk with the righteous, we learn they trying to fight us. They hands hurt like arthritis, they panic through the crisis. But we know the outcome, man, is really tragic. We want peace, they shoo it away like they allergic. They have dirty little lies, we clean them like detergent. We keep the peace and line like we the master sergeant. I want peace, so I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm the bride to the father, bringing the ring pallbearer. I've been called, so I'm living with peace in my heart. You can get it a la carte, boy, we set apart. Peace, love, and happiness is what the Christ brings. I'm a peacock, just let me open up my wings. That's a funny bar, cause peacocks can't fly, but I can be funny. I got peace from the Most High.
Set apart from the set apart. Cost of sin is death, you can get it a la carte. We all about shalom, we be all about our peace. We don't get down with the drama, all that gotta see.
I be on another wave, I be pushing positivity, no negative vibrations. I be on another frequency, don't care about a bad. We be giving them the proof, trying to wake up all my people when we hit them with the truth. Carnal thinking got them bound, but we trying to let them loose. They be wanting you to hang, propaganda like a noose. Brothers killing other brothers, can't nobody get along. Trying to bring us all together with the lyrics to this song. But what really is shalom? Let me give y'all all some clarity. It's peace, happiness, and joy, welfare and prosperity. We focused on intentions, only good vibes. This for strangers who sojourn in them 12 tribes. We gon' illuminate with love, spreading light through affirmation. Tap into the God within, like push button activation. Take control of your emotions, even when they do you wrong. Just stay focused on the Father and then hit them with shalom.
Peace, love, and lights. Peace,
All
love, and
praises,
lights.
man.
Peace, love, and lights.
Stay one with the
love,
Father.
and lights. We gonna
Stay
bless the
focused on
trap
Him.
with this peace, love, and
And
lights.
shalom.
We gonna bless our people
Love
with
you,
this
family.
peace, love, and lights.
Peace.
Yes.
All right, all right, all right. Shabbat shalom, family. Shabbat shalom. It's your boy Solemn Prophet here. We got Professor S in the building. We got Brother Greg in the building. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, family.
Oh, how y'all doing?
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
All praises.
We're doing
Shabbat
good.
shalom.
How are you all doing? How you doing? Shalom.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Let's see. Okay, Sister Tess, the first one in the chat. I see you. We got Sister Cindy right behind you and Sister Andy. Look at y'all. Y'all on point. Y'all on point. But yeah, Shabbat shalom, everybody. I'm Silent Prophet. This is Professor S. This is Shabbat Talk. And you already know this week is trivia night. I feel like it's been a while since the last trivia night, but you know, we getting it cracking. So before we jump into everything, all praise to the Most High, from whom all blessings flow, from all the messages that He's been giving us to share with the people. You know, all of the things that, you know, we've been doing, it's all for Him, right? It's all for Him. And I can't thank Him enough. Can't thank Him enough. So all praises to the Most High. Thanking the Messiah for His sacrifice, thanking the Messiah for His teaching, for His example. And, you know, we just pray that we can continue being a light, man. Just being a light and helping people through the dark times, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brother Greg, I hope this past week has been good for you. Shabbat shalom, my brother.
Shabbat shalom, brother. Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, can't complain. So blessed, you know, all praises to the Most High. So yes, brother, thank you.
Was I the only one that felt like this Shabbat came really, really quick?
No, it did. Yeah, because I was like, I realized I didn't have like any reading. I was like, oh wait, I didn't read. I was like, let me try to catch up some of this reading, but yeah, it came fast.
Yeah, it came quick for me. It felt like we literally just had this the other day, like literally.
Yeah, for real. The week went by.
Shabbat shalom, Sister Tess and Sister Cindy in the building.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom to Sister Andy.
Shabbat shalom to you and the family.
Shabbat shalom. Sister Andy and Sister Ava been picking on me. Sister Sponsor is sponsoring, is okay?
You got to put our business out there like that.
Yeah, you're going to pick on me and don't want me to tell. If that ain't abuse, I don't know what is. Tell them
That's
to tell
love.
them to
That's
stairs.
love.
You ran into the punch. Shabbat shalom to Sister Genesis.
Shabbat shalom.
That my little one right there, my eldest. And then we got Shabbat shalom to Sister Ava, Sister Coco, Sister Cece, Brother Sean, Shabbat shalom, Sister Kaylee, Shabbat shalom. Scrolling through the chat right now to see if I'm missing anybody. I think that's it. As other people come in, we'll give them their shout outs. We're moving right on to the Torah portion. So I realized this. I didn't realize this until about a few minutes ago when I was putting this stream together, that last week I played the video for this week's Torah portion, not last week's Torah portion. So this week's Torah portion is Deuteronomy 29:9 through 30:20, Isaiah 61:10 through 63:9, and Romans 10:14 through 18. And that's the Parsha in 60 seconds video I played last week. So this week I'll play last week's video and this week's, just to not confuse people, right? So I'll play them both for this Torah portion, and then we can briefly discuss this week's Torah portion, and then I'll talk about what we got coming up next week. We are really close to being done with Deuteronomy.
Real quick,
close,
brother. When you speak, like I mean, it's not loud. It has that little like static pop, like it does sometimes. It's like when it has that little popping static sound. I mean, it's not loud, so I don't think it's too distracting, but I can hear it a little bit when you talk.
Let me see.
I don't know if anybody else can hear that little pop. It's like a little static pop sound when brother speak.
Is it still there?
Wait, say something else.
Something else? Is it still there? Can you hear me? Shalom, shalom, shalom.
I think so, a little bit. It sounded like it probably got a little better.
Okay, so I'll play the Parsha in 60 seconds video, and then while that's playing, I'll hop out and come back on in.
Okay.
Oh wait, I don't know if it's gonna work because it's sharing. Hold on, let me just pop out real quick and come back.
How are you, brother S?
I'm doing all right.
That's good.
I'm doing pretty good. How about you, man?
Same here. Just hustling and working, you know, the usual stuff. So.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of corporate.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Is it still doing that popping sound?
Nope, it's gone. It's weird. Like whenever that happens, when you log out and come back in, it like goes away.
Yeah. It could be the enemy. All right. Let's get to the 60 seconds video. Okay, so this one was last week, so we'll watch this real quick and then we'll replay this week's.
And welcome to Parsha in 60 Seconds. Today's portion is from Deuteronomy 26:1, 29:8. It is called Kitavo, which means when you enter. Once the Israelites had entered the land, they were to give first fruits and recite their history from Abraham to present day and thank God for the land. Moses instructed that after giving the tithe to the Levites and poor, they were to declare a big memorized speech. Moses encouraged them to observe these laws faithfully. God was their God and Israel was God's people. As soon as they crossed the Jordan River, they set up large stones on Mount Ebal, inscribed on them words from the Torah, and built an altar to worship. Blessings were spoken on Mount Gerizim and curses on Mount Ebal. Those cursed included anyone who made a sculpted image, insulted father or mother, moved a fellow countryman's landmark, misdirected a blind person, subverted the rights of the stranger, the fatherless, or the widow, lay with his father's wife, lay with a beast, lay with his sister, lay with his mother-in-law, struck down his fellow countryman in secret, accepted a bribe in a murder case, or otherwise would not observe the commandments. And everyone said, Amen! If the people obeyed God's laws, they would prosper in everything. If they failed to obey, they would be cursed, destroyed, and exiled. Moses then reminded the people of everything they had been through and how God was there the entire time. And that is Kitavo in 60 seconds.
At what point does a...
Okay. So that was one of them. That was the one for last week that we just played. And this is the one for this week.
Shalom and welcome to Parsha in 60 Seconds. Today's portion is from Deuteronomy 29:9, 30, 20. It is called Nitzavim, which means one standing. Moses tells the Israelites that today they were to enter into a covenant with God. Those who were present and those who were absent were now in covenant. Moses reminds the Israelites that other nations worship wood and stone idols, and that some Israelites would join them thinking they were immune. But God would never forgive them. Rather, God's anger would rage against them until every curse recorded in the Torah would come down upon them, and God had blotted out their names and sent them into exile. However, if they remembered God during exile, they would be brought back in love by God, and all who oppose Israel will receive all the curses. Moses insisted that the law was not hard to keep. Rather, it was very close to them, in their mouths and hearts. Moses said that he set before them the choice between life and prosperity on the one hand, and death and adversary on the other. Moses repeats himself several times and calls heaven and earth to witness that he has put before the Israelites life and death, blessing and curse. He highly advises life as the best option so that they might have life and long endure in the land that God swore to their ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that is Nitzavim in 60 seconds. Shalom and welcome to Parsha.
All right. So that was this week's Torah portion. Khan, it did. This week did feel short. So does anybody want to kick it off and share what they got from this week's Torah portion?
I guess I'll go ahead. The biggest thing for me is just I saw a repeat in Deuteronomy 29 and 30 where, just says that, you keep Yah's commands, his statute, with your heart, mind, and soul, and then you will prosper in all that you do and the work, of your hand and the fruit of your body. So just keeping his commands is that important that it help you prosper. That was just like my biggest, thing that I saw repeat itself.
Yeah. It felt like the last three chapters was echoing the importance of the Torah, and it's just consistently putting that same precedent forward because it's that important. It's just that important. Whenever you see something being repeated twice in the scriptures, it's because it's significant. But it's funny because throughout the entire Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, the law is mentioned so many times. It's so much emphasis placed on keeping it because of its importance. So absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Anybody else? Okay, so in the video, the brother mentions the importance of he talks about how Moses stresses that the law isn't difficult to keep, right? And what I wanted to share actually is right along those lines. So I wanted to read out of the Targum a part of Deuteronomy 30. It says, "For this commandment which I command you today is not hidden from you, nor afar off. It is not in the heavens that thou shouldest say, who will ascend for us into heaven and bring it to us to make us hear that we may do it. Neither is it beyond the great sea that thou shouldest say, who will go beyond the sea for us and fetch it for us to make us hear that we may do it. For the word is nigh you or near to you in your schools. Open your mouth that you may meditate on it. Purify your hearts or your minds that you may perform it. Behold, I have set before you this day the way of life. He's calling the Torah the way of life, right? I have set before you this day the way of life, wherein is the recompense of the reward of good unto righteousness, and the way of death, wherein is the retribution of the wages of evil unto the wicked. And I believe last week I mentioned Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death. I know I mentioned it in my kids' Shabbat lesson, but it even says it here. It says, the way of death, wherein is the retribution of the wages of evil unto the wicked. Right. And so it's just constantly being echoed. It's not something that's a New Testament thing or an Old Testament thing. It's a whole Testament thing. Right. And he's saying, like, the understanding of the Torah, he isn't keeping it from us. He's giving it to us freely, so that way we may keep it and have life. Right. Continuing on, it says, for I teach you today to love the Most High your Elohim, and to walk in his ways that are right before him, and to keep his commandments, statutes, and judgments, and live and multiply, that the Most High your Elohim may bless you in the land which you are entering to possess it. But if you think in your heart or in your mind that you will not obey, but will go astray to worship the idols of the nations and serve them, I proclaim to you this day that you will perish and will not prolong your days on the land to which you are to pass over the Jordan to possess it. I attest this day, not only you who are to pass away from this world, but the heavens and the earth, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and its reverse. Choose therefore the way of life, even the law, that you and your children may live the life of the world to come, that you may love the Most High your Elohim, to obey his word and keep close unto his fear. For the law in which you occupy yourselves will be your life in this world, and the prolongment of your days in this world, in the world that cometh. You shall be gathered together at the end of the scattering, and dwell upon the land which the Most High swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give it unto them. And so, like, if that's not enough, if you didn't get it the first 75 times the word told you to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, to be obedient to the Most High, to love him, to honor him, to give him reverence, it's right there. It's right there. So that was like one of the most pressing things that stood out to me this week for this Torah portion.
Oh, man.
Let's see. Sister Ava said, let's see. One of the reasons to keep the commandments is to live long in prosperity in the land, but also keep them for our descendants. That responsibility sunk deep for me. Love my children's children enough. Facts. It's not just for you, it's for your descendants, right? It is for your descendants. Great point, sis. Great point. Professor S, you got anything you want to share before we pull up the next week's Torah portion?
No, not right now.
Okay, cool. All right, so next week we got Deuteronomy 31, verses 1 through 30. We got Isaiah 55, verses 6 through Isaiah 56, verse 8. And then we got Romans chapter 10, verses 14 through 18. This Torah portion wasn't that long. It seems like next week's isn't going to be as long, so it's not as much reading. But just take your time as you go through it. And it's easy to kind of like skim through quick things, like chapters that ain't that long, and kind of it's easy to miss things like that when you feel like, you know, you're going to be done reading in like 3 or 4 minutes. So just take your time, read it, reread it if you have to. But those are like a lot of the times where like those gems that are just sitting there that you miss because you sped through it. But yeah, so I will leave that up for a second. Oh, I said leave it up for a second. Now I took it down. Leave that up for a second for you guys to write it down, take a picture, screenshot, whatever you got to do. Sister Andy, you got anything you want to share? All right. So let's take that down. Let's get.
I just wanted to say real quick, I had a screenshot, and while I was waiting for Cindy, I was reading, and I think I read last week's instead of this week's. So I'm kind of behind. I'm like a couple weeks behind, but I'll catch up this week.
No worries. Yeah, the good thing I like about the Torah portions is that the amount that we read isn't so much, so you can literally get caught up on like 3 or 4 weeks in a day, or 2, depending on how long you read. If you sit there and read for an hour, you'll get caught up on whatever you need to get caught up on, depending on like if you take notes and stuff like that. Because I take notes and I highlight and underline things. So a simple chapter that'll only take like 2 to 3 minutes to read might take 20, 30, 45 minutes just because I'm reading it and then I'm, going through and doing my little outlining process and all of that. But yeah, you should definitely be able to get back into it. Okay.
I do the same thing as well. I like to underline and highlight. I know what my little marks mean. It's like I couldn't really study in the car. I didn't have much time this morning or today, but it's like week went by too fast.
It did. It really did. We dealing with hurricanes, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Doing a lot of driving on the road and things like that. Shabbat shalom to Brother David. Glad you could make it. Shabbat shalom. Glad you're here. We're tonight is kind of special for those just tuning in. It's trivia night. So we're gonna go through questions, and you can drop your answers to the questions down in the chat if you want to participate. And it's just good. It's just a good fun, fellowship thing that we do. But Shabbat shalom. And I think that's it for new people. All right, so trivia night. Y'all been ready? We were supposed to do it last week, but the that message got put in the forefront. So Abba was like, get this on out there. So I had to give it to everybody. But let me get my notebook. And let's go ahead and get started. No, I don't need to share my screen. Let's go to the slides. All right. Let's see. Where's the last one we had? Let me make sure I give people their points. Was that the last one? Brother Greg, you remember who won last week?
Oh, there was a tie between a couple people, wasn't it? Like a few people had the same score. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Was it? No, was it Caleb? I don't remember. So I remember a few people had like a tie. At least that's what I thought. And then I don't remember who was like number one though.
I'll look for it while we go through it, and we'll get it squared away. But we'll see who Yeah, we'll see who's gonna get their points. If I got to go back to the previous video and watch it at the end to see about who gets the points, then I'll do that. But we should be good. Okay. All right. Question number one. Question number one. Which of the following figures was used by Moses to heal the people? Which of the following figures was used by Moses to heal the people? I'm pretty sure you don't need me to call out these things. I even circled it and put an arrow next to it just to avoid confusion, okay? So it's a visual one, so I don't hit the 30-second timer, but go ahead and drop y'all answers in there and I will get the answers recorded. Okay. Right. Got everybody's answers. Oh, go ahead, Tess.
If it's okay, we'll just speak ours. I say D.
Yeah, I said D first, but D. No, sorry.
Okay, no worries. And the answer is D. D. The answer is D. Moses used the bronze serpent to heal the people when they were bitten by the snakes. Number two. True or false? The Hebrew word used for the breath of life that the Most High breathed into Adam's nostrils in the book of Genesis is ruach. So the Hebrew word that's used for breath of life, that's translated as breath of life or breath, is the word ruach. True or false? 30 seconds. Okay. Okay, I see. So let me put okay, let me put Sean in his own category. Thank you for clarifying, sis. I appreciate you. She said Sean says A, but I say B. I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at you. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Sorry, I chose A.
Okay. And my bad, Professor S. I didn't even ask you a question for the first one.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm pretty sure you had D.
I did.
I actually marked you down for it before I even asked you.
Didn't even need to ask him. You already
need to ask him. That one was easy. That was light work. She said, "Give him his flowers when he do." Absolutely, brother Sean, be on point, man, for sure. Let me see. Yeah, go ahead, Tess and Cindy. What's your answers?
I say A, true.
Yeah, I said, wait, no, I have to think about it. She confused me.
I confuse you.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sorry, A.
Okay, you say A.
Mhm.
What about you, Tess?
A, true.
A. Okay. All right. And finally, Professor S. I ain't gonna forget you this time.
No, I'm gonna say B.
B. And the answer is B. It is false. The word used for breath of life or breath in Genesis 2:7 is actually neshama. Neshama.
Oh, trick question.
I wanted to pull this up because this, I actually didn't find this out until I want to say maybe like 7 months ago, because we were looking up. I think me and Professor S was we was having a conversation about the Holy Spirit, and I was like, "Do you think that breath of life is, this?" And we went to it, and we actually were surprised that it wasn't ruach. We just assumed, I guess we assumed ruach because ruach means breath and understanding of spirit. But this is Genesis 2:7. Then the Most High Elohim formed man of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. Breath, Hebrew is 5397, neshama, not ruach, not ruach.
Whoa.
So
okay.
it was something that caught us off guard too. So if you got this question wrong, don't feel bad, because I would have gotten this question wrong too. So, but I just thought that was an interesting way to kind of like bring that fact on out. Because I'm like, if I didn't think of it, then I'm pretty sure other people didn't think of it too.
Yeah, I just assumed that ruach meant breath.
Same.
It does, though. It does, but not in this particular verse. The word used for it is something different. But you are correct. Ruach typically does mean breath or spirit, right? When depending on the context of the thing.
That's taught me to look up words, because even though they might be similar, we still need to look them up to see what they actually mean.
Absolutely.
Or say.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sis calling me a trickster already. She says by the second question, he out the gate. But no, that was a good one. All right. So let's pull that back up. Question number 3. Which book of the Bible is the story of Balaam's donkey found? Which book of the Bible is the story of Balaam's donkey found? You should have a good idea of this because we did cover this as a part of our Torah portion at some point. So is it A, Genesis, B, Exodus, C, Numbers, or D, Deuteronomy? Which book of the Bible is the story of Balaam's donkey found? Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, or Deuteronomy? 30 seconds. All right. Look at YouTube. Both say C. Got you there. And there's okay. I see you switched it. There's A. And let's see. Kaylee, got you, Kaylee. All right. Jen, what you got for this one?
I'll say C.
Okay. And Tess and Cindy?
I don't remember exactly where it's at, but I do know. I do remember reading it, but I'm going to say C because.
Okay.
I think it's C.
Sorry, I didn't mean that little face. I just wanted to say shalom
What's
to
your
Genesis.
answer?
C.
Yeah, she's on here. You can say it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought so. Thank you so much.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, little sis. Shabbat shalom.
Okay, so what's your answers, Cindy?
What did I say? C? Yeah, C.
David going back and forth. He like C.
Right now.
No A.
Back to my
C. No. We're gonna stick with C. Is that your final answer, brother?
Been a long day.
Okay. And Professor S.
It's C.
C is his answer. Let's see. The answer is C. Numbers. Nah, I got you, brother. I'm just teasing you a little bit. You will be surprised at some of the answer changes that we done had over the year. And it's pretty peaceful now, but sometimes if it's a real controversial question, boy, it's a whole court case that happens before folks be asking for partial points and all kind of things. But all right, question number 4. Which prophet foretold the coming of the suffering servant? Which prophet foretold the coming of the suffering servant? Is it A, Ezekiel, B, Isaiah, C, Daniel, or D, Jeremiah? Ezekiel, Isaiah, Daniel, or Jeremiah? Which prophet foretold the coming of the suffering servant? Okay. So let me pull up the answers. All right. Go ahead, Tess and Cindy.
I'm not sure about this one, so I'm gonna say B.
Okay. What about you, Cindy?
I'm gonna go with B because I'm not sure.
Jen?
A.
A. Okay. And Professor S.
I'm gonna say B.
B is the correct answer. It was Isaiah that talks about the suffering servant, right? He was pierced for our iniquities. Sound familiar? Isaiah. All right. Number 5. Who was the first person to build an altar to the Most High? Who was the first person to build an altar to the Most High. I hope I made it that obvious, family, with these A, B, C, or D.
I'm guessing
Right?
B is Adam, right?
B, yes.
Yeah, B is Adam. Okay.
B is Adam. D is David. If you didn't know.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna leave it up there, so y'all can drop your answers in whenever you're ready. Excuse me. All right. All right, Jen, what you got?
I choose C.
Okay. Tess and Cindy?
I'm gonna go with B, Adam.
Okay. Cindy?
I'm kind of thinking B, but I'm gonna go with C.
Okay. And Professor S?
So I'm gonna go with A. I do believe it was B, but it's not specifically said in scripture that I'm aware of. So I'm gonna go with A because it says that Noah built one. It specifically says Noah built one.
So I will take A if you guys have never read the books of Adam and Eve. Right. So I'll take A or B. Shout out to Sean for saying B. He stood out there. He said B. So shout out to him. Right. Another reason why I thought it would be a little context clue is you have to have an altar to make an offering, and Cain and Abel made offerings, right? Obviously of different sorts, right? One, offered vegetation, and the other one offered, meat. But both of those came before Noah. But I'll still take Noah, or I'll take A or B. I'll take A or B.
Yeah, because in the 66, the first, Noah's the first one mentioned as doing it. Clearly, Adam did it by assumption.
Yeah. If you haven't read the books of Adam and Eve, they are a really good, interesting read for sure. So, I mean, I highly recommend checking them out. Obviously, there's going to be things in there that you chew the meat, spit out the bones with, but it does provide a different insight and perspective of Adam, both Adam and Eve, but mainly Adam as a result after he was, cast out of Eve, out of the garden, right? Just to see how much he loved the Most High and how making that mistake really just devastated him. It's crazy. So to read that and see that is good. But Brother David, that's a great point. Great point. I don't remember exactly which episode it is, but there is a video on this channel that says the title of it, I believe, is The Torah Before Moses. I think there's a part 1 and a part 2 to that. But we go and break down as to into scripture and other different records showing there's evidence of the Torah or the law before the written Torah was given on the 2 tablets and via Moses when they were entering into the land of Canaan and out in the wilderness. So during the Exodus, I should say, right? But yes, officially written down in the form, it would have been Moses. But yeah, those 2 are really good to check out if you get a chance. And let me see. Let me put this back up too. If you shoot me an email with your contact information, and we can chop it up anytime, my brother. You can hit me up at Unity and Survival Coalition at gmail.com. Just shoot me your number. I'll shoot you a text, and we can definitely communicate. But yeah. So question number 6: true or false? True or false? Gideon is also called Jerubbaal or Jerubbaal or Jerubbaal, however you want to pronounce it. True or false? Gideon is also called Jerubbaal. 30 seconds. All right. And all praises, brother. Brother Troy is an amazing brother. We gotta get him back on here. We did one show with him, and then on this channel, and then on Seven Trumpets Prepper channel, we had a couple shows that we were all on.
I think we did 2 with Troy, didn't we?
We did. Yeah, we did do two with Troy. We did one on the calendar, and then one on circumcision, and then with Brother Lucas on Seven Trumpets Prepper, we did the Sabbath, right? The Sabbath Summit, and then I think that was another one we did back in the day as well. So, but yeah, Brother Troy is awesome, man. He's awesome.
Oh, I love Troy, man. Troy's so cool.
Brother.
Troy is so cool.
All praises, all praises. Okay, let's get everybody answers in here. Okay, the Sabbath is the one you saw. Okay, yeah. We've done a couple with them. Yeah, that brother's a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah,
wealth of knowledge. I got his book right over there on the shelf. Kaylee, I got you. Let me see, Sister Ava. I see you put pass. You can't pass, Sister Ava. You got to put your answer on there. I see you put Sean's on there. What you got? What's your answer? And Tess and Cindy.
I'm gonna say B, false. I'm not sure on this one.
Okay, what about you, Cindy?
Say A, true, because I don't know.
Jen, what do you say?
I'm gonna have to go with A.
Okay. Sister Ava, it's a true or false. Just pick one. Don't pass and automatically get it wrong. At least guess, and then you 50-50 shot. You know what I'm saying? Just pick one. All right, Professor S, what you got?
I'm gonna say true.
She said, "I said what I said." Like she like, I'm gonna die by my answer. The answer is true. True. He also is called Jerubbaal or Jerubbaal, whatever you want to call it. All right, number 7. What year is the year of Jubilee? What year is the year of Jubilee? Is it the 7th year, the 100th year, the 49th year, or the 50th year? What year is the year of Jubilee?
Huh.
Okay. Let me pull up the scripture real quick. All right, Kaylee. Got you. Jen, what answer you got?
100. So B.
B. Okay. Tess and Cindy.
I say D. It happens every 50 years, I think.
Cindy.
I want to say A, but I feel like I know it's wrong. So I'll go with D.
You said B or D?
D.
D. Okay.
Yeah.
And Professor S.
It's going to be D.
D is correct, sir. Let me share my screen really quick. Pull this scripture on up here. So this is Leviticus 25. And it says, a jubilee shall that 50th year be unto you. Ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of thy vine undressed. This is Leviticus 25. Verse 11 gives the answer. Okay. Next question. Number 8. Number 8. Sean says some people say it's 49. Which book of the Bible mentions the armor of Elohim? Which book of the Bible mentions the armor of Elohim? Is it A, Galatians, B, Ephesians, C, Colossians, or D, Philippians? Which book of the Bible mentions the armor of Elohim? Galatians, Ephesians, Colossians, or Philippians? It's a whole lot of N's. 30 seconds. All righty. Well, we got Sister Ava. That's right, Sean. Keep holding her accountable. Make sure she provide an answer and not just take an L. Just guess. You might get it right. You might get it right. Sister Andy, I did see you change your answer. I did catch that. And so I changed it on the paper. So you good. You got that point. Because it was before I gave it. I just didn't see the message. So I got you covered. Kaylee, got your answer. Jen, what answer you got?
Collisions. Is that how you say it?
C? Okay. Tess and Cindy?
I just read it today. I have to say B.
Exactly, Sean. Exactly. He said, "Oh my word! Look, yes." She's just stubborn.
B.
I got you, Tess. What you got, Cindy?
B.
Okay. And Professor S.
Yeah, it's B.
B. Jen, I'm so surprised at you on this one because y'all love that song. They listen, her and the kids listen to this song called "Armor of Elohim," and it like says the scriptures and stuff. So I thought you would remember that one.
Man, I was trying to think of the song. I forgot. I was trying to remember the words. I was like, okay, well, I remember that part. I can't remember the rest of it.
It's okay. Well, now you remember. Just let it sink in there. All right, number 9. Who was made a priest of Israel when David was king? Who was made a priest of Israel when David was king? Is it A, Abiathar, B, Uriah, C, Aaron, or D, Samuel? Who was made a priest of Israel when David was king? Abiathar, Uriah, Aaron, or Samuel? 30 seconds. What we got, Sister Kaylee? What we got? Sister Andy? Tess and Cindy, what y'all got?
I'm trying to use the process of elimination. So I say A.
She said the process of A. I ain't mad at it. What about you, Cindy?
I'm sticking with Mom. A.
Okay. And Sister Andy. Okay, got you. And Sister Kaylee.
Oh, are y'all waiting on me?
On you?
Yeah.
No, I saw your answer you put in there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And last but not least, Professor S.
It's gonna be A. He was a descendant of Eli, if I'm not mistaken.
This is correct. This is correct. A little bit like, so we can break it down like Sister Tess said, process of elimination. So Samuel was the prophet that anointed David, king of Israel. He wasn't the priest, right? So he's eliminated. Aaron is a priest, but he wasn't alive when David was alive. He was long dead. So he's out of there. Uriah is Uriah the Hittite, whom David got killed to take Bathsheba for his own. He was a warrior in David's army, so he wasn't a priest. and Abiathar was a priest. Now, originally I was going to ask who was the high priest during this time, but I didn't want to confuse people because there was Abiathar and then also Zadok. And depending on what version you're reading, you could take either or as the high priest during David, because David appointed people when he became king. So just to keep it simple and not try to confuse people, I just changed it to regular priest and didn't put Zadok as an option. it's just the opposite. It could have been Aaron the ninth. All right, number 10, true or false? Elijah ate manna when he was in the wilderness being fed by ravens. Elijah ate manna when he was in the wilderness being fed by ravens. True or false? 30 seconds. All righty. Jen, what you got?
B.
B. Cindy?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to finish chewing something.
Well, I'll speak. I
Go ahead,
say
Mom,
B, false.
Okay.
Do you agree with?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, Cindy's saying B as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy says B. Ava, I don't see an answer just yet. Kaylee got you. Okay, that's everybody. Ava said, Targum. And then Sean says, no, mother, this is Kings. Their dynamic is so just awesome. But yeah, Professor S, what you got?
Yeah, it's going to be B.
B. Elijah, when he was in the wilderness, he was fed by ravens. This is true, but he was fed fish and bread, not manna. Fish and bread, not manna. Number 11, true or false? King Nebuchadnezzar threw Daniel into the lion's den. King Nebuchadnezzar threw Daniel into the lion's den. This is true or false? King Nebuchadnezzar threw Daniel into the lion's den. 30 seconds. Just say it sounds more aggravated than that. People pray for me. All right. Let's see. Okay, I got you, Sister Ivan, Brother Sean. Haley, where you at? Go ahead, Jen. True or false?
False.
I like how confident you sounded right there. You said that like, yeah, I got this.
Because I do.
Tess and Cindy.
I'd say B. False.
Yeah, I feel it's false. I feel. I'm not positive.
Thank you, Kaylee and Professor S.
It's B. False. It was King Darius of the Medes.
See, I knew something was up with this question.
Yeah, that it was false. That is correct. I got you, David. I saw what you did. You switched it. You did it right before we did it. So quick draw McGraw. You made it just in time. But yeah, it wasn't Nebuchadnezzar that threw Daniels in the lions. Then it was Darius, like he said. Nebuchadnezzar was the other king that was dealt with not during that same time, but Nebuchadnezzar was the one who was humbled and had to go out into the wilderness and was eating all kind of stuff. Yeah.
Eating grass and his nails about feathers.
Yep. All right. Both were dealing with captivities though. So I guess that could have been like the confusing factor. Number 12. What was the name of Jacob's firstborn son? His firstborn. Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, the father of the 12 tribes. What was the name of his firstborn son? Joseph, Simeon, Reuben, or Levi? A, Joseph, B, Simeon, C, Reuben, or D, Levi? 30 seconds. Who's his firstborn son? Okay. And Tess and Cindy, go ahead.
I say C. Reuben.
Jen?
C.
And Professor S.
It's going to be C. Reuben.
C. Reuben is correct.
I think Cindy said C too.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I know. When she agreed with you, I heard it.
Oh, okay. Good. Thank you.
Yep. Correct. Reuben was the firstborn son. Judah was the fourth born son. I don't remember the order for Simeon and Levi. And then Joseph was the second to last because Benjamin is the youngest. So he's the last. All right, number 13. Who was the first person to witness the resurrection of the Messiah according to the Gospels? According to the Gospels. Who was it? Was it Peter, John, Mary Magdalene, or Mary, the mother of Messiah? Who was the first person to witness the resurrection of the Messiah according to the Gospels? Yeah, that was the show that we did with one of the shows we did with Brother Troy. That was a good one for sure. We tried to keep it as PG as possible because I mean, how PG can you get when you're talking about somebody's member? But I think we did a good job. But yeah. So let me get these. Okay. Haley, I got you. Sean says, bro, which Mary? I thought I was pretty specific. All right, Sean says D. Alva says C. Oh, that's dope. Definitely reach out to him and see if you guys can maybe link up and break bread. That's a good brother to have close by. For sure. For sure. All right. Let me go to the chat. All right, both of y'all said that. All right, Jen, which answer you got?
A.
Okay. And test it, Cindy.
I say C.
Yeah, C.
Okay. And Professor S.
C.
It is C. Mary Magdalene. She was the first one to see the resurrection. Or see the first person to see the Messiah after he resurrected. Next question, 14. We're almost to the end, family. Almost to the end. What was the specific sign given to Hezekiah that his life would be extended? What was the specific sign given to Hezekiah that his life would be extended? A shadow would move backward. B, a vision of war. C, a ram appearing out of the bush. Or D, a star appearing in the sky. A shadow, a vision, a ram, or a star. Which of these was the specific sign given to Hezekiah that his life would be extended? 30 seconds. All right, we're going to go with Tess and Cindy.
I'm guessing on this one. I'm going to go with D.
Same, honestly, that just feels right. I don't know. So going with what feels right.
Let's see here. C.
C?
Mm-hmm.
And Professor S. I think he might have stepped away. What you got, Professor S? For this one?
It's A.
A is correct. A shadow would move back or backward. The shadow on the sundial moved back 10 degrees. That was Hezekiah's sign that his life would be extended. I think it was 15 years, I believe. 15 years. Number 15. In what city were the disciples first called the derogatory term Christian? In what city were the disciples first called the derogatory term Christian? Is it A, Jerusalem, B, Damascus, C, Antioch, or D, Alexandria? Jerusalem, Damascus, Antioch, or Alexandria? In what city were the disciples first called the derogatory term Christian? 30 seconds. Okay. David, I got you. Kaylee, I got you. Go ahead, Tess and Cindy.
Yep.
I'm going with A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sorry. What was that y'all said?
A. Jerusalem.
Okay. Cindy, you said A too?
Yes.
Hey, Cam.
Okay. And okay. And Professor S.
It's C.
C. In the book of Acts, it says, and they were first called Christians at Antioch. In the book of Acts. Wait, I'm trying to read what sister said. She said, sir, the answer was trying to speak to me like you can't minimize the timer so I have a decent conversation with the screen. I read the question like 3 times and the answer's like 3 times to give y'all enough time to read the question and the answers. I can't minimize. I don't know how to minimize it. What I'll do is I'll try to see if I can find a way to get a timer that won't be so big and take up the whole screen. But as of right now, that's the only timer we got. All right, so now we're going to go into the bonus questions, and they were 2 points apiece. Oh, wait, no. Oop, I think I put an accidental extra one in here. All right, so this says number 15, but it's actually number 16. Weird. All right, who or what is Melchizedek? Who or what is Melchizedek? And you can select at least one. That means you can select more than one. That means you can select more than one. A person, B, a spirit, C, a priesthood, or D, a king. Who or what is Melchizedek? Okay. David got you covered. Sister Ava. She says A ... Sean says A. Okay. Yeah, I know this one that kind of makes you think, right? It gets the juices flowing. You're like, oh, that's easy. This one. Oh, shoot. This one. Oh, and this one and this one. Man, I'm gonna just go with everything. Like, nah. Okay. Who else we got left? All right, Jen.
Oh, I said it in the chat. I said C and B.
Oh, my bad. Did I miss it? You sure did.
No, you're fine. I
My bad.
kind of did it last minute. I felt like.
Tess and Cindy.
I'm just going with C. Do I have to choose more than one?
It's just at least one. It's up to you.
Okay. Then C and D.
Okay, Cindy.
Yeah. C and D. That's what I originally said. So sticking with it.
And Professor S.
I'm gonna go with C and D.
C and D. So for this one, if you picked any one of them, I think I'll give you the point. But if you selected A, I would accept it because even though the scriptures referred to him as Melchizedek, if you do some digging and research, it was actually Seth that Abraham paid a tithe to.
Shem.
But Shem. Yeah, Shem, my bad. And so in that instance, Melchizedek was represented by a person who was of the priesthood, the Melchizedek priesthood, which is C. So if you pick C, you get that one at that point too. And then also in the scriptures, Melchizedek is called the king of Salem or Salem. And so I would take any of these three.
And the word Melchizedek actually means king of righteousness.
King of righteousness. Yep. So I would accept A, C, or D. So if you picked A and C, C and D, A and D, whatever the case may be, then you got that. You got that right. Shout out to Sean, man. He put all three on there. So he cooking. David said all of the above, right? When you get those questions, always pick all of the above. Most of the time, it'll give you the right answer. All right. So bonus question. Bonus question. This is worth 2 points. What was this week's assigned Torah portion reading? Book, chapter, verses. What was this week's assigned Torah portion reading? See, if you was paying attention, this be easy points that you get. Easy points. And no, I'm not putting it up on the screen. Not doing it.
I mean, you love us all, right? So I mean,
I absolutely love you all.
You got to give us props for trying our best here.
What was this week's Torah portion? Now, I'm not talking about the additional scriptures that we read, right? I'm not talking about anything in Isaiah or anything in the New Testament. Just strictly pertaining to the Torah itself. So, book, chapter, verse. What is this week's Torah portion? 30 seconds. Yeah, don't worry about it, brother David. I know you just tuned in for the first time, and you came after we were dealing with this week's Torah portion. So don't worry about that. This question won't count against you. And yeah, we're not in alignment with the regular Torah portion readings because we started late. So yeah, typically you would start at the new year, but we didn't do that. Okay. Sister Andy and Brother Greg, I got y'all answer. Okay. Tess and Cindy.
I read last week's, and you did show it earlier. All I can remember is Deuteronomy 30. That's from my memory.
Got you.
Yeah, did that. Deuteronomy 30. I can't remember anything right now. Sorry.
Okay. And Professor S.
I believe it was Deuteronomy 29:8 through 30:20.
Let's see. Okay.
Oh. 9.
1 off. 1 off, brother. 1 off. I figured that would be the most difficult extra bonus point to get. And then the last one is, in what book and chapter of the Bible can you find the foretelling of Messiah's coming using the Hebrew meaning of the patriarchs' names as a hidden code? Shabbat Shalom, Brother David. Glad you could come in here and join us. And hopefully you come back next week and continue to come on back. And if not, man, it was a pleasure to fellowship with you. For sure. Like I said, if you hit me up, I haven't checked my phone yet, but if you already sent me the email, then I'll get back to you after Shabbat Talk's over. If not, hit me up on that email, and we can definitely break bread for sure. All right, so I'm gonna read it again. In what book and chapter of the Bible can you find the foretelling of Messiah's coming using the Hebrew meaning of the patriarchs' names as a hidden code? I'm gonna put that up for you. It's right there. There you go. So there's a specific book and a specific chapter in the Bible where if you read the names, okay, the Hebrew, the names, and you look at the meanings of those Hebrew names, it foretells the Messiah's coming. But it's easy to miss, and it's a code. And we actually have mentioned it several times on Shabbat Talk. Several times. So I'm not asking for the verses. I'm just asking for the book and chapter. Matter of fact, I'll even just take the book. If you can give me just the book that it's located in, then I'll take that too. And if you give me the book and chapter, I'll give you an extra point because I know this one is a more difficult. Y'all been asking for more difficulty in these Shabbat talks, so up the ante this week a little bit. Oh, you reminded me. Does everybody want to phone a friend? Do you want to phone Professor S? Remember, you get one question per Shabbat talk.
Yes.
Yes.
We did.
Yes, please.
I forgot about that.
We elect Professor S.
We did too.
All right, so you live and die by what Professor S says then. All right, Professor S.
Oh, is everyone going with my answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's Genesis.
Yes.
5. Genesis chapter 5.
Woo! Genesis chapter 5. Boy, coming to.
That's why he's the professor.
Look, Sister
Oh,
Alva, like, why he over there smiling like he don't know?
I'm going with Professor S answer.
Professor's answer was correct. Genesis chapter 5 is the answer.
Am I just seeing things, or did I just see my name up there?
Yeah, you saw it. Let me see. Give me a quick second to like tally up everything. And yeah, let me give me a quick second to tally up everything, and I'm gonna look to see where those extra points are going. So I am going to play the little promo from a book. It's about a minute long. That should give me enough time, hopefully. Almost done it. Okay. So we have a 3-way tie between Sister Kaylee, Brother David, and Brother Sean with 16 points. And in second place, Sister Ava with 15 points. And there's a 2-way tie for third place with Tess and Cindy both with 14 points. So I was trying to find the last one we did, which I don't know. So I'll just give everybody a point, extra point, but that wouldn't change. That wouldn't change nothing in terms of the order. So David and Kaylee and Sean, you guys win. So let me write it down. So y'all all get 2 points. So the next time we do it, you get 2 bonus points. We got Sister Ava, you get a bonus point. And then Tess and Cindy, you get a half a point, which could be the difference maker if you tie with somebody. So congratulations to everybody who won first place, second place, and third place. Obviously, we don't count Professor S because he would have had 18. But he got one wrong with y'all too. So, that one was hard though. The tour portion. You missed it.
Oh, yeah. Because I was a verse off.
Yeah, you missed it by a verse.
That's just him being really nice to us and making us feel better. But we love him still. We love him.
No, that was just a strong curveball, right? Nobody was probably, expecting that to be a question. So Sister Ava is happy, Sister Kaylee is excited. She said, well played, everybody. Defeated the dragon. Brother David said, fun. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, brother. Come on back. It's not always the same, but we do biblical discussions, biblical lessons. We also do video reactions. We'll play videos and, comment on it based on scriptural. We have open discussions sometimes. We have, people that we invite on as guests to talk about certain topics. So it's a pretty good wide range of things that we cover here. But most of the time it's scriptural study. But I'm glad that you were able to come on here and have fun with us. It was good to have you, brother. Hit me up anytime, and we'll definitely be breaking bread for sure. Let me pull up the next week's Torah portion again for those who missed it. So next week's Torah portion is Deuteronomy 31, verses 1 through 30, Isaiah 55, verse 6 through chapter 56, verse 8, and in Romans chapter 10, verses 14 through 18. All right. And before I forget, those watching at home, whether on YouTube, Facebook, or watching the playback of this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. The more you trick the algorithm, the more it sends it out to more people, and more people can watch this. Even on something fun like a trivia night, even though this is fun, friendly competition, this is actually edifying, right? If you come across a question you didn't know and you get it wrong, well, now you see what the right question is, what the right answer is. You see where you can find it in the scripture, and now it kind of sticks to memory a little bit better, right? It's as opposed to somebody just telling it to you, right? So even though trivia night is a game and it's fun, it's also edifying, and it's designed, to allow us to sharpen our swords. Plus, it's a good way to fellowship, and folks be going back and forth in the comment section on certain questions and stuff like that. So glad everybody enjoyed themselves. Does anybody have anything that they want to share with the group before we close it on out? All right. I take that as a negative. Family, I appreciate you, everybody on the panel, for coming in here. Everybody that was participating on YouTube, I appreciate all of y'all. See you guys next week. Hopefully, it don't feel like you're blinking and we're already at next Shabbat. Sister Ava said, yeah, memorize the Torah portion for next trivia night, people. That was plain mean. I was sorry. That was mean, y'all. That was mean. Y'all be asking to make it more difficult. What you want? I gotta throw y'all curveballs. What you want? Oh boy. But may the Most High bless you, keep you campus angels around you guys, and give you peace that is shalom in Messiah's name. Until next week, family. I'm Solemn Prophet. That's Professor S, the Professor S. Get it right. And this is Shabbat Talk. Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom. Jen had a question.
Were you trying to say something, Genesis?
Oh, I just wanted to say, have a great night, everybody. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of you guys' night.
Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. Love her
Thanks,
so
little
much.
sister.
Love you all. Love you.
Love you all.
Shabbat Shalom. Sister Andy, I'm not mad at y'all. I'm not mad at y'all at all.
Just checking, we're ganging up on you. I don't know.
It's okay. I could take it. We good. Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah. Oh, I've been going through changes. It's all good. Everything's going right. The prime of my life, I was doing the best I ever done, ever did. Then I started going through changes. And all of a sudden my days were not as bright. I was asking, Lord, what in the world is going on? And then I heard the song,